warm and pleasant good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to LawSikho's thorough newspaper analysis for 22nd and 23rd of November 2023. चलिए आज के एडिटोरियल सेक्शन की तरफ चलते हैं which talks about making public education inclusive. We are talking about some schemes that are being brought up by the Odisha government, and we'll be discussing this editorial which we have taken from The Hindu. Then we'll be discussing about some interesting news update, which includes the national news, international news, days, awards, and sports. And lastly, we'll be discussing about some legal news update, which is coming from Honorable Supreme Court of India. चले अब आज की तरफ बढ़ते हैं जहां हम सबसे पहले बात करेंगे रिगार्डिंग मेकिंग पब्लिक एजुकेशन इंक्लूसिव. So there was this editorial is based upon the study which was conducted by IIM Ahmedabad with respect to Right to Education Resource Center, which confirmed that parents lack trust in government school due to poor quality of education and prefer to admit their children in private sector, even if that means spending significantly more on tuition and other fees. So as you guys are all aware कि हम लोग as a citizens we try to send our kids to the private institution rather than sending our students to yeah kids to government institution or government run school. Okay, so this was a study which was conducted by IIM. Now, what was this law all about? So, however, the Odisha government revolutionary reforms in the state public education sector. So they have this particular two type of revolutionary reform, which was first was the Mo School Abhiyan and the 5T High School Transformation Program are on their way to making government schools better than private schools in all parameter, whether it is infrastructure, affordability and quality. So what Odisha government is trying to do, Odisha government is making the government school more inclusive and making that particular school more benchmark as compared to the private institutions. Now, Education World India School Ranking, which was released for the year 23, ranked the OAV, that is Odisha Adarsh Vidyalayas, in Polarisa block of Ganjam district, the fifth best school in the government-run day school category, and two more, that is Odisha Adarsh Vidyalay among the top 10. So in the ranking, the government schools are making their benchmark. Now, the Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya have promoted social equity by providing a level playing field to students from rural and poor socio-economic background. Okay, now to address the pedagogical gaps, the OAV model focuses on continuous teacher education program and maintain a teacher-pupil ratio that is 1:25. So if there's one teacher, only 25 students will be there in that particular class. Now, it has also leveraged a digital technology to enhance the accountability and transparency of the system. So, the particular government has also enhanced and talked about the technology, which is digital technology. The Enterprise Resource Planning System and OAV Sangathan website help track the academic and non-academic progress of each child along with their performance and enabling strategic interventions. So what type of phenomenal changes Odisha government is bringing to make public education more inclusive for people, and they have changed digital technology, they are making changes in infrastructure, they are making changes in the performance of each student, they are tracking each student. Now, so there's an Alumni Connect. In 2070, Odisha launched the Mo School Abhiyan, a one of its kind initiative that strives to motivate and mobilize the alumni community to contribute towards revamping the government school in Odisha. So this is particular founded on 5 pillars, that is connect, collaborate, contribute, create and celebrate, where the program connects the school with alumni from various fields and promote alumni mentorship for students. What a phenomenal idea it is. School adoption program under the above program enables the alumni to make financial contribution to the school adopted by them. So they are also having an alumni connect system where people can, collaborate with their schools and adopt one of them. Now, the second launch that was done, which was viii High School Transformation Program, which is rooted in the concept of transparency, technology, teamwork, timelessness, leading to transformation. This particular program was launched in 2021 by the adoption of educational technology in the form of smart and digital classroom, e-libraries, modern science laboratories, improved sanitation facility, and sports facility. The program also caters to the need of specially abled children, which is very rare in our society. It provides assistive devices and tailored teaching, learning material for students with autism, cerebral palsy, and intellectual disabilities. The proactive approach to transforming the education system has led an unprecedented shift in enrollment patterns. So the data that is coming is 2019-2020 private school had 16 lakh students. In 2021, the number is reduced to 14.6 lakhs, and currently 81% of students in the state are studying in government school. So what a phenomenal change in percentage, where 81% of students in in that particular state is getting education from government schools. Now, the conclusion of this particular editorial talks about the intervention which is taken by the Odisha government have ensured that education is treated as a public good in essence and spirit, and have created a long, strong legacy of an education model founded on equality and excellence. This model can be followed at the national level also. So it's a very phenomenal article and editorial which talk about the public inclusiveness, public education inclusiveness by the government, and this should be followed by maximum states at the national level. चले अब चलते हैं आज के नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ, which talked about hate speech. 28 states and UT appointed nodal officer. Center communicates to Supreme Court. So Center has informed the Supreme Court that 28 states and UTs have appointed nodal officers in compliance with its guideline to prevent mob violence and lynching following hate speech incidents. Supreme Court in 2018 had issued a slew of guidelines to the center and state government to control and prevent the increasing number of hate crimes, including mob violence and lynching. The guidelines included fast-track trials, victim compensation, veteran punishment, and disciplinary action against tax law enforcing officials. The top court had said offenses such as hate crime, vigilantism, and lynching incidents should be nipped in the bud. So for that particular thing, nodal officers are being appointed, and this particular information has been communicated to the Supreme Court by the central government. चलिए आज की नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. विनय एम टोनसे has been appointed as the new managing director of State Bank of India. So following the government decree, Mr. Vinay M. Tonse has been appointed as the new managing director of State Bank of India until 30th of November 2025. The announcement comes after the Financial Services Institution Bureau, that is FSIB, recommended Tonse for the position following a thorough evaluation process. Tonse steps into this role succeeding Swaminathan Janakiraman, who has been appointed as a Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. So, Mr. Vinay M. Tonse appointed as the new Managing Director of State Bank of India. Chale. And Annual UN Forum 2023 in New Delhi. So this particular forum is being taking place in New Delhi on 21st of November. And the forum is focused on international humanitarian law and peacekeeping. It is organized by United Service Institution of India in collaboration with International Committee of Red Cross and the Center for UN Peacekeeping Operations. The particular institution was established in the year 1870 and is the country's oldest think tank specializing in research on national security and military affairs. The particular forum will be interactive and multi-stakeholder. Dialogues during this forum are intended to contribute to the development of training modules, policy framework to enhance the effectiveness of peacekeeping operation. So Annual UN Forum 2023 in New Delhi. Chale. नेक्स्ट नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. लॉन्च ऑफ मिसाइल कम अम्यूनेशन बाग LSAM to Yard 78. So this particular launch has been done, and this has been built by MSME Shipyard Messrs Seacon Engineering Project Private Limited, Vishakhapatnam for Indian Navy. And it was undertaken at Guttana Devi, East Godavari, Andhra Pradesh. The launching ceremony was presided over by Commodore Shan Mugun Sabesan, CRO East. I have kept the news very one-liner so that you can understand and cram it well. Do tell me your feedback whether you like the short news or you want a very elaborate and exhaustive information of that particular news. Yes, guys. चलिए नेक्स्ट नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. द्रौपदी मुर्मू to confer President's Color Award to AFMC, that is Armed Forces Medical College, which is in the grand ceremony, which will held on December 1, marking its platinum jubilee year. So AFMC stands a beacon for medical education within AFMS and is recognized globally for its ethos and unwavering commitment to the highest standards of medical training. The President's Color, also known as Rashtrapati Ka Nishan, holds the distinction of being the highest honor that can be bestowed upon any military unit. The presentation to AFMC is a testament to the institution's exceptional contribution to medical education and military service over the past 75 years. So the particular President Color Award goes to AFMC. Yes, guys. चले नेक्स्ट नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. कोविड वॉरियर्स गिवन इंदिरा गांधी पीस प्राइज. सो इंदिरा गांधी पीस प्राइज फॉर disarmament and development was awarded to jointly to Indian Medical Association and Trained Nurses Association of India as representation of the COVID warriors in the country. Former Vice President M. Hamid Ansari presented the award to Sharad Kumar Agrawal, the President of Indian Medical Association, and Roy K. George, the President of the Trained Nurses Association of India. So, the addressing the award ceremony, the chairman of this particular organization, Shri Sonia Gandhi, said the award was for every doctor, nurse, paramedic, and worker for their selfless service, unflinching dedication, and perseverance in the face of adversity. So this has been given to the COVID warriors. Yes, guys. चले नेक्स्ट नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. A very women empowering news coming. Bengaluru tops in women led startup. So in a very landmark landscape, emerging as the third largest hub in the world, following US and China, Bengaluru topped the list of women led startups. And despite the overall success of the startup ecosystem, the gender gap remains a significant challenge. Now, from 2008 to 2018, 14 women-led unicorns have been emerged. Bangalore-based Neobank opened with its 100 unicorn status, stand out with two women co-founder, that is COO Mabel Chaco and CFO Dina Jacob. So these are the particular women-led startups, and Bengaluru has topped the list following US and China in the world. Chale? Chalo. Joseph Boakai, winner of Liberia presidential election. So Joseph Boakai has been elected president of Liberia with 50.64% of vote, beating President George Weah, who got 49.36%, according to financial result announced by the Election Commission on Monday. So नाम याद रखिएगा, जोसेफ बोकोय. ठीक है, चलिए guys. Next international news की तरफ चलते हैं. Rosalynn Carter, US First Lady known as Steel Magnolia, dies. So he was a close political and policy advisor to her husband, President Jimmy Carter, who created the modern office of the First Lady and advocated for better treatment of the mentally ill during her years in the White House. The Carters had been married for more than 77 long partnership and the longest presidential marriage in the US history, and has spent the final months of their time together at the family home in the town of Plains in southwest Georgia. So she was the US First Lady, and she was also been known as Steel Magnolia. Guys, ठीक है? चलें. Sri Lanka loses hosting rights for 2024 Under-19 World Cup. So the International Cricket Council have relocated the upcoming World Cup, which was Under-19, to South Africa from Sri Lanka. Owing to the ongoing suspension of the latest cricket board, Sri Lanka cricket was suspended by the ICC immediately after the World Cup, as it was found the board in serious breach of its obligation as a member. Now, this will be the third time South Africa will be hosting the tournament after 1998, and the most recent being in 2020. The tournament is set to begin on January 13 and will run till February 9th. तो Under-19 वर्ल्ड कप होने वाला था पहले श्रीलंका में, जो अब साउथ अफ्रीका में होगा, एंड साउथ अफ्रीका विल बी होस्टिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर Under-19 वर्ल्ड कप फॉर द थर्ड टाइम. चलिए अब आते हैं लीगल अपडेट की तरफ, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट से आ रहा है इन द केस ऑफ पी किशोर कुमार वर्सेस विट्ठल के पतकर, सिविल अपील नंबर 7210 of 2011, which talked about a revenue record is not a document of title. Mere mentioning of name in revenue record will not create any right, title or interest over forest land. So the bench was a division bench headed by Honorable Justice Hemant Gupta and V. Rama Subramaniam, held that revenue record cannot be considered as a document of title, even if the name is being mentioned in the revenue record, but such entry without any supporting document of creation of lease contemplated under Forest Act is inconsequential and does not create any right, title or interest over 12 bighas of land claimed to be in possession of the lessee as a lessee of the गांव सभा. तो ये याद रखिएगा कि अगर रेवेन्यू रिकॉर्ड में नाम है, इट डज नॉट क्रिएट एनी टाइटल. ओके, चलिए अब नेक्स्ट नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं, विच इज कमिंग, सॉरी लीगल अपडेट की तरफ चलते हैं, जो मद्रास हाईकोर्ट से आ रहा है. इन द केस ऑफ जी माया कन्नन वर्सेस द डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर, married woman cannot be presumed to have disowned residential right at her parents' house. So again, while dismissing a plea challenging the appointment of a woman to the post of Panchayat Secretary, claiming that she was not a resident of that place, the Madras High Court has observed that a married woman should not be presumed to have disowned the residential rights at her parents' home on account of her marriage. Okay, it's a very revolutionary judgment coming from the Madras High Court, where the court have stated that a married woman, though ordinarily lives at her husband's place, cannot be presumed to have disowned her residential right at her parents' house on account of her marriage. For the purpose of getting a separate ration card after her marriage, her name would have got deleted from her parents' ration card. With that alone, it cannot be said that a married woman had severed her ties with her husband's place and her residential status in respect of her parents' house has come to closure once for all. The rules of marriage do not impose any such condition on the woman. So, very phenomenal judgment coming from the Madras High Court. Chaliye, that's all for the today's editorial session and the news update. हम लोगों ने दिल्ली जुडिशियल सर्विसेज जो 17 दिसंबर को शेड्यूल्ड है, उसके लिए मैराथन, मॉक टेस्ट सीरीज और रेगुलर बेसिस पे क्विज कंडक्ट करे जा रहे हैं. डू वॉच अ यूट्यूब चैनल दैट इज लॉ सीखो जुडिशरी प्रेप. और अगर आपको ये पर्टिकुलर वीडियो इंफॉर्मेटिव लगी हो तो डू शेयर विथ योर फ्रेंड्स एंड कलीग्स. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. टेक केयर.